Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, here we are, unfortunately, underneath my truck, and what I'm doing is replacing the crank position sensor here, up by the crank here. And the first thing you need to do now, I did a video on this, testing this, so it turned out okay, but I was never for sure whether or not it was good, bad, or otherwise, even doing the testing. Now, the testing I did was, according to the book, the way to do it, but yet again, I wasn't positive, and my light has come on again, and it still says it's the crank position sensor, so I have a feeling it's probably something else, but I went ahead, and actually, the part I had in that video was like an $80 part. I went on Amazon, found the cheapest one, it was like $8 or $9. So, and it looks identical, feels identical. About the only difference between this one and that one is that one came with some little shims, and this one does not have the shims. So I'm hoping I don't need those. I was kind of hoping I didn't need them anyway, because if you need the shims, it could be a possibility that you need motor work done. But anyway, first of all, you start out and you're going to have this up here, and you can take just the two bolts that hold it there. They're 15 millimeters, and it'll swing forward, but I just take the other two out and just get it out of my way. It's just the easiest way to go. And here's the cross member right there, and right up above that, you go up through, there's your crank pulley right here, and your sensor is right there. That white plug that you see right there. That's what we're gonna unplug that. You go up kind of behind it, up in here, and there's actually just a clip back there that you're gonna pull on, and it comes right out pretty easily. Now, I will say that this thing has a lot of oil, which is weird because this truck actually doesn't seem to lose oil that bad. It's just a very constant, slow leak, and I'm gonna have to take a look and see if there's something I can fix, because it doesn't seem to go through oil all that much. But there definitely is a leak right in this area, which probably means the front seal there is shot, but neither here nor there. Now we're gonna go, and if you go up to the sensor here and you come over, and there's a bolt right next to it on this side, and I gotta figure out what size that is. I'm actually going up under here, and it's a 10 millimeter, and I already kind of broke it loose, but I just use a long socket. You can use whatever you need to get up in there and get to it, and then now I should be able to get it by hand. And it fell. Alright, and that should loosen it, so you should be able to pull this thing out of here. You can reach up behind here, but there's a lot of crap in the way here. And it should just be like an O-ring kind of thing. I'm going to look at the other one real quick. So I've been reefing on this thing quite a bit, and I put some gloves on to try and get a little better grip, and I cannot get this thing out of here. Pliers and grab a hold of this where it plugged in at, but you're in my way, so I'm gonna try and yank that out, tell you how I got it out. Well, YouTube, it took two pieces. This popped out, and then I actually had to get in there with a screwdriver and pry up on this, and that finally popped it out. I about shot myself in the eye with it. Glad I had safety glasses on. But I can't tell, it doesn't really look like it's being rubbed too much there. There's kind of a shiny spot, but I don't know if you can see. There's a bit of a shiny spot on it, but it kind of more just looks like where it got dirty, like I can wipe the darkness away with a rag and make it shiny kind of everywhere, as you can see. So there's that. Now, it is a solid brass piece, and this one is solid plastic, but it has kind of a metal section there. I don't know. Anyway, but all in all, as far as size, and that kind of stuff. It's pretty much the same thing. This is like exactly the same as the one that was in that box that I bought for 80 bucks at the parts store. So either way I would have ended up with plastic ones, and I'm pretty sure the other one probably came from China too. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that thing back in there, but it was a little bit of a booger trying to get that out. Once I grabbed the screwdriver, it actually popped it out with not too much hassle. Now we're gonna have to try and get that in without getting a bunch of grease and stuff all over it. I'm actually gonna go, I'm kind of looking up through here. I don't know if you can see my hand there, because I can see it pretty well in there, and taking a look to see if there's anything inside there that maybe looks scuffed up or anything, which it doesn't look like it's wearing or anything, so that's a good thing for 200,000+ miles that it's on this truck. That makes me fairly happy. Okay, and I'm going to reach around where you are, probably making it so you can't see, and then I'm going to pop that up in there. Okay, now that's a little concerning. That doesn't appear to be as thick. Crud. Which means it will probably leak. But it's very wiggly in there. It's like this O-ring is not big enough for the part here. All in all, it looks the same though. Well, I'm going to go with it for now, and keep an eye on it, and if I see a bunch of leaking, then I will shut it down. And we'll realize that the cheap part wasn't going to work. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose with cheap parts. Alright. This. Alright. And plug it in. It plugs in good. Alright. Well, that's all I can do with that, and we're about to run out of battery. Alright. Well, YouTube, it's running. There's no leaking or anything like that. It started right up. And best of all, the engine light went out right away. I didn't even have to reset nothing or anything like that. No engine light. So, let's hope it stays that way. If it comes on again, I'll let you know. Alright, this is Sam, Jack of all, Master of none. You all have a good one.